Okay, I'm going to be doing a review on this dress form, guys. You're not going to want to miss it, and that's what's next. Okay guys, so you've been asking me some questions lately, and I've been listening to you for a while now, and you've been asking things like, you know, does this dress form company ship to my country or my city? How can I get a dress form that is more anatomically correct, a little closer to my measurements where I don't have to pad it and do all these changes? And how can I get a dress form that is affordable? Well, I think we're solving that problem today, guys, with this company. Figure Forms from Cape Town, South Africa reached out to me, and I'll tell you, I was a little reluctant in the beginning because you know how picky I am about dress forms. But after I saw the way they were diligent dealing with their communication and examining the company closer and seeing the product up close, wow. So I'm going to tell you all about this dress form. I'm going to give you a full review of the dress form and all of its attachments and parts. So let's get started. Okay, the very first thing about it is the dress form looks beautiful. That's all I can say. Okay, let's back up a little bit and give you a little information about this company. So this company has been in business since 1989, so for 30 years. It's a family-owned company. I wanted to say that this dress form is just so different than what I'm used to, and I'm just kind of blown away by its assets. And one of the things is that it's just anatomically correct. They actually work with bodies and get the dress forms to work and to be as realistic as possible. And this one in particular is very, very much like that. I wanted to have my own dress form made to me, of course. They don't do that. They don't do those custom orders unless they're large quantities because of the way it's actually manufactured. This is a half-leg dress form, and it's made from a high-quality polyurethane foam with an internal rigid skeleton of fiberglass, and which is a little bit different than the traditional, which is made from a mold and like a cardboard or paper mache type process that is molded by hand. So, but I will also say that they really have this thing anatomically correct. I mean, they worked with the women from South Africa and the bodies, and they came up with the right body shapes for their dress forms. This is the size 10. And I will tell you, it is so close to me that it's crazy. It has nuances that I really love, and I'm going to go over it. But the first thing I want to say is that the measurements on this dress form, this is a size 10, and it's 35, 28, 38. And I am really, really close to this. So I'm really, really impressed. I'm like a little bit closer to 36, but I'm like 35 and a half-ish, and I am 29, and I am 38. So I'm very, very close to it, but the thing that actually blew me away is the shoulder to apex measurement. First, I want to tell you that these are markings here at the bust level, the highest point of the bust, underneath the bust, the waistline, high hip, low, full hip. These markings came with it, and this is also made with the linen cover, but you can do other covers. They have, I will show you that in a minute. But I also wanted to say that the shoulder to apex level is so perfect. One of my pet peeves is that half of these dress forms are just really, really high and pointy and not realistic. Fine, that's fine for bustiers and bridal because you're working with corsets and that type of undergarments, but when you want just to do ready to wear or the general type of garment that you would be wanting to make, you're going to want this to be as anatomically correct as possible. So the shoulder to apex is on this one 10, which is very close, if not exactly, to what I have. So that's perfect. It has nuances like, of course, how it concaves and it goes out on the bust. You have here the collarbone definition. You have the shoulder blade definition. You've got the butt here as well. The neck is a really good measurement. I will say the only difficulty I had that the thigh is a little bit fuller than mine but I have unusually skinny thighs. So keep that in mind, guys. And I'm going to go through all the parts and how you put together, because this has a lot of accessories that are optional, but I'll give you the USD price at the end. So stay till the end so you can get all the information on this. So let's start putting this thing together now. First, I want to show you, this is how I have it set up first, where it's free here on the bottom so you can work on pants, right? Then we're going to free the top so we can work on tops and dresses. So this is connected to the top stainless steel bar that's connected to the top of this dress form, and it is held that way, and you've got it free form underneath so that you can actually work with pants. Remember this pants that I drafted, showed just on myself? Well, guess what? I get to finally put it on an actual dress form and try it out. So I'm going to put this on, and that's how you can work with pants for fit. And it's pretty close, guys. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. So this is to work with pants and check out the nuances of the pants when you're working with your company. So I have it on there that way. All right, so if you're working with pants, you can also work with dresses, and tops. It really doesn't matter. You can keep the dress form in this position for pretty much everything. It's only when you want to put something over that you're going to want to change it. So let me show you that now. We're going to put the bottom so I can release the top. Let's take this off. This is a height adjustable dress cradle. Okay, so it's adjusted here with this bar. I'm not going to do that because the weight of it's going to push me up, but you just push it to one side and go up and down. So I love that about it. And now what I'm going to do is put the bottom on here. Hey guys, so this is the metal epoxy coated base that's on this dress form, and it has these amazing wheels. These are the industrial roller blade style wheels that moves in a 360 format, and it also has these locks in the back. So when I'm doing this, I'm going to want to lock this down. So I'm going to turn it back around like this, and I'm going to lock it down so it doesn't move on me when I'm putting the plate in. I'm going to move it back just a little bit, like that, so it's sturdy. This is the knockdown epoxy coated base that will free the top of this dress form by putting the dress form on this base. And we're going to put that on first. And what you want to do, there's two holes in the bottom of the legs here. You want to sort of line it up with those holes approximately, and then put it down here on, there's an opening over here where this bar goes. And then you've got the screws and a washer for both sides, and there's a hole underneath here. So I'm just going to try to find that hole like this and just kind of turn it in there for a minute and get it started. Once you find the hole, you can screw it a little bit with your hand, and then there's they give you a wrench that you can put in there and finish screwing it in. You just kind of have to feel it and screw it in. I'm going to do that on the other side and tighten that, and I'll be right back. I'm going to have to take it off this pole so I can put these prongs in the hole of the bottom of this dress form, or the legs of this dress form. So I'm going to hold the body sturdy. It's still locked. And I'm going to take it off of its cradle like this. I'm just turning it like that so I can take it off the cradle. And then I have to feel where these holes are on the bottom and hopefully put them in there. And it's pushed down all the way finally there. And this pole here we don't need anymore, so it just has a clamp, so you're going to push down on it and then turn it to the right to take it off. So that's off, that's gone. So now I have the top part of this dress form available to put something on top of it. And this is height adjustable. These knobs right here adjust so that you can make this dress form go higher or lower. I'm just going to leave it like this for now, and let's add things to it, okay? We're going to put the head. Yes, guys, it comes with a full head. So it has clamps in here. Just going to put that in the clamps just like that. Push down and then turn it to the right. So there's your head. Now I'll explain why we need this head in a minute. So when you're actually working with tight garments, let me show you. Knitwear and high necklines, you want to make sure before you start producing your garment, whether you're going to sell it to stores or not, that it's going to fit a head. So this is an incredible asset. So I'm going to try it out with this dress and to see if my neckline, which is very, very high, is going to be able to fit over this head. So it fits over it nicely, and that it makes it really great, like that, right? So that's how you can learn to make sure that your garments are fitting properly in the designing process, in the prototypes, etc. So we have that now. Okay, let me show you that it has two arms. It has two half arms and two full arms. So let me show you the half arms first. It has a prong that comes out, and then there's a hole here. Let me undo this. Okay, here you go. So it has that prong that comes out like that, and it has the hole here. You just push it up on the larger part of it and then push down. That's the right arm. And there's the left arm. So you have the arms, half arms, which is pretty much what you would want to use most of the time, so you know how the girth is and the biceps of your garments and making sure that those fit properly. But then it also has these cradles here where you can actually put the arms and store them. So I'm going to put that one there like that, and this one here like that. I'm going to go ahead and put the full arms. We have anatomically correct arms that go on this dress form. Same thing again, this little knob that sticks out will go into the hole that's there, and then just place it in the hole as best you can and then push down. And they have one of them, guys, that actually bends, so you can see the way the garment moves. Same thing here, put it in there and then push down. So now we have it, guys, where you can work on the top part of the body with a full garment and full sleeves, and check out your designs and your sleeves. So that's pretty cool. Okay, the most important part of this dress form, as you know, with me, is if it's pinnable, and it is. On this particular dress form, you can put the pins all the way through to straight up and down, and you can also do it on a traditional angle that you normally would. On the other traditional dress forms, there is a mold that is that paper mache type harder mold underneath, and just a small space between that and the fabric itself or the linen, so you can only pin on an angle. This one you can actually pin all the way through, or on the traditional amount on the angle. So that's a huge asset. That was very important to me, and it's very important because I'm teaching you draping and designing. You need to be able to pin on your dress form, so it is just perfect for that. I will say I'm giving this dress form definitely a thumbs up. I really like it, and I believe in the dress form as well as the company. So I'm happy with it. And this dress form with all of these accessories, the way you see it right now, is USD 1,400 before shipping, guys. Shipping depends on where you live, of course. And that is pretty good, guys. That's about half of what you would be paying in a different type of dress form, or the traditional type dress form. So it's a little bit more expensive for a beginner, but stay tuned for my next video, because I'm doing a review on the entry-level dress form for new designers and dressmakers. So stay tuned for that video. But meanwhile, check this out. I'm going to have a code in my description box where you can order this dress form from, and you can also, I'll give the information for the company so you can dialogue with them as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this product as much as I have. Give it a thumbs up if you love it, and share this with your friends, people who are asking about these dress forms. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Put that bell notification so you don't miss any of my videos. And please continue to watch my summer school. It's going through all summer, preparing you to be a designer, whether you go to a university or not. Okay guys, thank you. Bye-bye.